Good morning and welcome. Today we're in the kitchen and I want to talk a little bit about waste. I hope you've all had a wonderful day and you're going to have a wonderful day, but let's talk about waste a bit. You know, we put a lot of effort into growing food, or we buy food and those people who grew it put a lot of effort into growing it, and we don't want to waste it. Now, here's a good example. These are some of our apples. You can see they're starting to wrinkle. They're showing their time. But there's nothing wrong with these apples. As a matter of fact, with this variety, this is the time to eat them. They're an old storage variety. Pick them off the tree. They're not really all that good. But they've been in storage now for a couple of months, actually getting close to 3 months, and these apples are excellent. But the texture is, they're not that crisp, snappy texture. So what do we do with them? We can take those apples, and I've been busy this morning. We peeled up a pot of those apples here. Got this pot actually overfilled. We cooked them up. We'll run these through, mash them up a bit, add a little sugar, some cinnamon. We'll have us an excellent applesauce for dessert. Or they could be made in apple butter. Not the best pie apple because they, at this state, they cook up really to mush real quick. Had we done this earlier, they'd make a good pie apple before they started to get down. Well, then we have this here. We have the peels. And here. Our goats, our sheep, our chickens will really enjoy these. We have rabbits. They'll really enjoy these peels. We turn around, we feed these peels to them. We get milk from them, or eggs. And we can turn around and take their manure, compost it. It goes back on the garden, around the fruit trees, and grows us more food. No real waste. The same with pumpkin. This pumpkin shell. The goats and the chickens will really, if I cook this, it'll go to, the chickens would really love it. As it is like this raw, the goats and the sheep. The seeds, if we don't eat the seeds, the surplus seeds, they help worm them. And if we don't have livestock, we can put this out for the wildlife too. Birds, squirrels, rabbits, etc. They'll really like this. Deer will come in for this, pumpkin rinds and the seeds. And those seeds will help with their parasites as well. So, again, no need to waste. It's fall of the year, we're getting in the winter. A lot of us have had fall decorations, pumpkins, squashes out. You get somebody like this, or this. Ugh! It's a heavy fella. This pumpkin is almost solid meat. That thing's probably close to, well, probably 30 kilo. It's heavy. It's a lot heavier than it looks. If we cut it, we can only use a small amount of it at one time. And many of these are excellent eating, especially these big ones. If you get the right ones, some of these big ones are some of the best eating. This is a great one from France. You see, you can't pronounce the name of it. They call them peanut pumpkins, as you can see because of it. A wonderful for soups. A wonderful for making our pumpkin soup with milk and spices, and sugar and dumplings. Just an excellent for that. Not so good baked. This one here is a South African variety. It's a lot drier. That one there's first one was wetter. This one's dry. Lots of good dry meat. Again, soups, pies. Both of these make good pies, custards. This one also, you can bake this, and it's really good. But what do we do with all of this? If you're like me, there's only me. I can't eat all that one time. So, we've got our stove going with a pot of beans there. Gotta give them a little check. Use a little stir. There. pot of pinto beans with some of our home canned tomatoes. But we can take this, rather than waste it, we can preserve it. You can freeze the puree. You can take that and peel it. Those both peel pretty good. Just take a knife and peel them before they're cooked. You don't have to bake them or pre-cook them. The shells are pretty soft. Hard ones you may want to bake them and scoop the flesh out. Some of those, like those old Hubbards and that. But we end up cooking it, and I'm not going to mash it ahead, but we end up with our cooked pumpkin. They don't recommend that you do it puree. In our modern books, the older books, all had a way to can puree. But just take this and we will just jar her up. Put it in there. Get us a nice jar full there. Tap it a little bit. A little too much in there, we'll take it out. We'll make sure we don't have any air bubbles in there. Wipe our top here. We need this, we want this really clean, and these are our sterilized jars. And I'll tell you what, this is getting just too hot to handle. One thing, your hands get kind of toughened up, but they don't get that tough. Because that puree is boiling before you in there. Fish is out a nice lid here. Got us some different lids. Really liking these. Green Farm US is the name of the lid. Been really some good lids. They're a lot heavier than ones we were getting before. And in she goes. We'll put our lid on. We'll get them all in there. We'll bring it up to temperature, or up to boil. We'll put our weight on our little petcock here. When we get it all in there, we'll put this lid on and lock it in place. We'll wait till the steam exhausts here. Starts running steam. We'll put our little weight on at 15 pounds. And when it comes to pressure, starts to rattle. We want 3 rattles a minute. With our jiggler on this particular canner, 70 minutes. Take it off, let the canner cool. Takes about 45 minutes before we can open it. And we're done. We'll have squash for this summer. Seems kind of odd, but we are now actually preserving food to be used this summer when we do not have our pumpkins and squashes. Or if these run out, if we run out of them before spring, we can start using this as well. You don't have to keep it. You can use it tomorrow. But that way we don't waste it. We reduce our food waste, and that's good for the environment. It's good for your pocketbook. So you all have a wonderful day. Go out there, keep growing, have some fun, and get those hands dirty. Stay safe. And above all, keep growing.